Hello, and welcome to Child Abuse and Awareness. Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness. Let me make sure that my sound is going well. You should be going good. That's good. All right. Thank you. I am Darlene J. Clark. Please subscribe, like, and share. Got a lot of different things lined up for today, a lot of different stories. We're doing 7 different shows today. So my mind is on these stories. It's really hard to get all these stories out. There are so many stories that just keep seeming to happen. People need to care and do something about it. In Matthew 18, verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Hi there, Jackie. It's good to see you. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much. How are you doing? The Copyright Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I hope you're doing well today, Jackie. Yeah, so you're coming along. Good work getting the stories. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Doing good. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing good. So today's story, well, the first story that I'm doing today is Raymon, however you pronounce it, Harris, and Minesha White, Nashville, Tennessee, left young children alone in an apartment for hours. Got other stories up here, so I'm trying to make I get the right page since I got so many open for all the different stories. Share the screen. Her screen. I did look at what you had sent me earlier. See, that's different ones right there. See, we will watch this in a little bit after I read this. It says young children left alone for hours. 2 people charged. Children were found in soiled diapers and dirty clothes, according to the Metro Nashville Police Department. This is in Nashville, Tennessee. This was published October the 6th. The mother and her boyfriend were charged with child neglect. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. That might be easier for y'all to see. Mother and her boyfriend were charged with child neglect after they left 2 young children unattended in an apartment for hours, according to an arrest report. Yeah, this is my state. This is within 45 minutes to an hour away from me. On Thursday, around 12:31 p.m., officers with the Metro Nashville Police Department were called to the Haynes Garden Apartments on Whites Creek Pike after a neighbor reported seeing a toddler inside an apartment left unattended for hours. A toddler, according to the report. When officers arrived, they said they found the toddler in the window and knocked on the door to the apartment. Police didn't get a response until the toddler opened the door, according to the report. Once police were inside, they found not only the toddler, but also a baby. So they left a baby and this toddler home alone. Any stranger could have came and knocked on the door, and looky there, the toddler would open the door. It's a danger in itself too. Yeah, it is, poor kids. It's horrible. It's another form of abandonment there. Abandonment, neglect. According to the report, both the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old had sold diapers. A DCS employee told police that one of the diapers was so full it was falling down the juvenile's legs. So that means it was falling down the toddler's legs. If it was a 4-year-old, um, he's been so neglected that the toddler, I wonder if it was 4-year-old, because usually they're potty trained by 4-year-old. DCS also stated the apartment was extremely dirty. The neighbor who noticed the unattended children said she saw the toddler standing in a window at around 8 a.m. After seeing the child, she noticed the parents' their vehicles were not in the parking lot, according to the report. The neighbor also tried to knock on the door but didn't get a response. After not seeing any adults at the apartment throughout the morning, the neighbor ended up reporting the unattended child to DCS, according to the report. This is horrible, isn't it, Jackie? Everyday kids are going through something. Yeah, it is shocking. Yes. Poor children right there. Shortly after the police arrived at the apartment, Raymon Harris showed up and said he let the children in the apartment for an hour, according to the report. However, Harris later admitted to DCS employee that he let the children in the apartment in the morning after he dropped off other kids at the bus stop. So there's other kids involved also. Leave such a filthy house like that for the kids. He said the children's mother, Minesha White, texted him she was almost at the apartment, according to the report. Harris said he went back to the apartment after that, police said. Well, excuse me? How could he have went back to the apartment after a bus stop when he's been gone all day long? Since 8 o'clock, they were left unattended. It don't sound like he came right back. What BS? White showed up shortly after and explained to police she left the children in the care of her boyfriend Harris, according to the report. Police reviewed the messages on their phones, which indicated both parties knew the children were home alone, according to the report. So see right there, both of them knew they were home alone. After reviewing surveillance footage from the apartment complex, police had showed White leaving at 5:30 a.m. and Harris leaving at the apartment at 7:30 a.m. and not returning. Wow. These babies had to be hungry. Both Harris and White were taken into custody and charged with child neglect. DCS took the children to a family member of White's. And now I'm going to scroll up. You won't be able to hear me. This news article, I'm going to fix it where you'll be able to hear This woman talking about it. When I change that setting, like I said, you will not be able to hear me. Audio right here.
Good.
Airheads have more fun.
This morning, a Nashville mother and her boyfriend are now charged with child neglect. Police say they found two young kids alone in what they call an extremely dirty apartment on Whites Creek Pike. Officers say their diapers were extremely soiled and they were dressed inappropriately. The mother and boyfriend showed up while police were responding. Investigators say text messages and video prove the two knew the kids had been alone for hours.
Good.
This is a horrific story. These children did not deserve this. So many kids not looked after properly these days. What kind of world we're living in? Exactly, Jackie. These kids need to be loved and cherished and taken care of. It is angry. It said that second child, that one, the diaper was so soiled that it was falling down, down basically to the ground. Yeah, I'm glad that the parents caught too. It should have never happened. But they're going to be around the kids, even though they got custody to one of White's relatives. I hope the parents don't go ahead and start letting whoever's got kids does not let them take the kids back to their home at all. You know what I'm saying? I hope to God they follow through because there's been too many instances that we've seen. Well, the family member go ahead and let them take the kid and stuff. And next thing you know, the kid's missing and deceased. The parent got mad and so angry and all that. Ended up deceased somewhere. All the kids needed to be taken care of and checked too to make sure they don't have any major issues from all the filth that they lived in. It's horrible. I got one relative where the kids, when my daddy would not even let me go in the house, and he said that of some of my cousins, he said because there was feces all over the walls, and said that the kids were allowed to rub the feces from their diapers on the walls. Um, I don't know how true that is, but I can imagine this being in that same kind of squalor. But although I was abused, I never was done that way that I know of, at least. Child could have got infected or anything with dirty nappy. Exactly. You could have had all kind of different rashes and everything else, and if you got a dirty appointment, the bed bugs, all kind of different stuff. You need to clean. And these kids could have choked on anything. No telling. It's easy for a child, especially a toddler, to get around and start jumping around, and they fall all the time and easily hit their head on things. And there was no adult supervision whatsoever. That's disgusting. All right. Well, thanks for coming today, Jackie. And I hope they are too. And I hope that there's more people that's going to stand up and take notice about this. Thank God the neighbor spoke up. The neighbor saw something and watched the kid and actually went to the house, knocked on the door, but nobody answered it. And then she still looked around to see if there was their vehicles and everything. So she watched, and then it still was a while. So she went ahead and called the police. Thank God she went ahead and did that. But she was scared to do it, because it'd make the neighbors mad, but she still went ahead and did it. And first, with the benefit of the doubt, sometimes she could have wondered things like, well, maybe their car is being worked on, or maybe there's one of the adults at home. I'm sure it's one of the thoughts that she was thinking. The more she thought about it, yeah, yeah, I watched him early. It's like, wow. And to be in locked like that one to be locked up. Uh, all the kids, the daddy had locked the mom up, and all the kids in the apartments for all those years. Yeah, I'm gonna get more information from it, take notes, and then see if I can find other articles on that on the Wolf Clan. That's for sure. Wolf Pack, yeah, right. But can you imagine though they were just trapped in there, not allowed? Yeah, I don't think I noticed the second one, but um, I was watching that, and then housing came this morning, and so I had to cut it off after I watched that one, and so I didn't realize there is another one. So I'll go and look for the other one in a little while. The House of Horrors. Oh wow, yeah, definitely would go and watch that for sure. Beyond belief. Yeah, I'll be sure to watch that. Thank you for giving me all the different things and notifications and let me know about some stories as well. Because the more stories that we bring into awareness, the better it will be. A lot of people might think it's humdrum thinking about doing this stuff, but maybe if more people speak out, more people be persevere against this and try to help out instead of just closing their eyes or turning their blind eye to it, saying, well, we don't want to hear it. Do you think we want to hear it either? Do you think we really want to know that there's another kid that's been murdered or raped or killed or anything? Do you think we really want to know? But if we just be quiet, we're giving into more of that happening. We're allowing it to happen by being silent. We can't be turning a blind eye to it. Exactly, Jackie. Exactly. We would wish that these kind of things wouldn't happen. The fact of the matter is, it's happening. The fact of the matter is, even God wants us to help other people. God wants us to get it out. He don't want us to just say, just let bygones be bygones. No, a child is needing your help, or a woman is needing your help. There's somebody that's needing your help because of these crazy things that's going on. The few stories. One of the main focuses on why I'm going to do that story on Florida laws because it's really interesting because the governor is trying to pass a bill where if you somebody harms a kid sexually under the age of 12, they can get the death penalty. So I'm going to bring you to note about the different things that's going on there in Florida. And I think we need similar laws here in all across. And there's even one story I'll be doing today where the Oklahoma mom allowed her allowed this guy to be with a 12-year-old daughter. I did not say in the description box, but she was pregnant. Allowed her daughter to get pregnant, and even through, really, even through one of them baby showers for her 12-year-old daughter. That was with a 20-something-year-old guy that she allowed him to come and do that with her daughter. Yeah. So that's going to be one of the stories later on today as well. And well, thank you for coming and being here. And maybe Aaron can come in and get in on some of this tomorrow on some of the laws, and he could come in and join me. Yes, a 12-year-old kid having a child. So the mom's been arrested for allowing it. Exactly. And I think he basically got a slap on the wrist. That's all. Crazy. And that was in Oklahoma. You know, she's going to be forever scarred. Good, she got arrested, and so did the rapist. And I will call it a rapist, even though the mother was willing. Anybody who wants to think about doing a child like, no, that's rape. That's not a, you know, daughter's not willing. No, daughter's being forced. She's 12 years old. I don't know. I have to go more into the story when I go to do it today. Then I didn't finish the whole story yet. Exactly. It's horrid. That's for sure. Well, thanks for coming, and I'm gonna get me a little bit of a break before the next show. And thanks for coming and supporting the channel. God bless you. God bless everyone that's here.